Well, as a both as a writer and as a publisher, what do you think great storytelling is?
What do I think great storytelling is? Gosh, that's such a hard question. I think you know it when you see it. There's not a magic formula. If I tried to take it down to one tangible thing, I would say it's truth telling. It's
Mm.
going so deep, so granular that your characters and their issues are, what is the word? I just lost the word that I'm looking for. Yeah, if you go granular enough, they become universal. And it's hard to go
Mhm.
that
Oh,
deep. What is the real truth of anything? And when you write the real truth, and oftentimes fiction is more true than nonfiction.
But it's an interesting concept saying that fiction is more true than nonfiction. I love that because I love reading novels and they do feel very real when you're in them.
I really believe they're more real because when an author sits down and writes something that they're calling true, there's a lot more armor that goes into that. When you dive into fiction, your real truth can come through because the armor is the characters.
mm.
That's
Mhm.
the
Yeah,
And that way
characters
you
are a
feel
filter.
and that way you feel the vulnerability because there's not as
Absolutely.
much vulnerability, I can't even say it, in the nonfiction books.
It's
that's
They're
true.
harder.
all because they're all shrouded in research.
It's much harder, yes. And the
It is.
very best narrative nonfiction or memoirists are able to pull that off. But
Mhm.
most of us find it a lot easier to be vulnerable when we're telling a fictional
It's true.
story.
Mhm.
It's like acting. You have this character that you're creating that may be part of you, but it isn't, so you feel less constrained.
Yes, yes. You have to tap into who you really are in order to act a part. I feel like writing in a lot of ways is probably similar to acting. Whenever I'm writing any of my characters, I need to be inside their head, remembering all of their backstory, who they are, what their traumas are, what their drivers are, and then very much feeling what they would do when presented with a conflict because any good book is conflict. It's